The views and opinions expressed by guests and/or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcasts. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything. You are tuned in to Real Talk, where if it ain't real, we don't talk about it. The topics are never ending, so if you're ready for some real talk, you're in the right place. Can't wait to hear what the crew got to say this week. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Well, hello. Why is my
What's going on, show enough?
well, I don't know why color behind me that this thing ain't. I'm good. How about you? Happy Tuesday.
Yes, it's one of them days for me.
Oh, what's going
Stuff
on,
going
man?
on
What's
at one
going
time.
on?
I'm out of
I
my
f-
fantasy league in one. I'm still in the other
Mhm.
one. They kind of teased me. I thought I lost Sunday night, woke up Monday morning. They said I had won, so I was advancing. Then came back this morning. They changed it back, so I'm out. Cousin Pat, what's going on?
What?
Yeah.
Hey, cuz Pat.
Then I had an employee that walked out on me today. So
Man,
it's
these folks don't want to work, man. I don't
always
know
some.
what it is.
Yeah, it's always some. It's all good, though. All good. Man, man,
It's gonna
man.
be all right.
Can you believe this year is almost over?
I mean, literally,
This
we
this
made it.
year is almost over. And I'm like, I got the notification, what was it? Sometime our first, I don't know if it was the first, but our first uh like podcast, I think it was either, I don't know which one it was, but whatever it was 5 years ago.
5?
2020.
It was
We started
because it was
5 years ago.
COVID.
It was COVID. That's when
During COVID.
and I remember that.
Yes.
I remember buying the equipment just to have something to do. And
Yeah.
yeah, we got started 5 years ago. So that's
Mm. Still going strong.
now keep in mind we had probably a 2-year gap in there.
But that's a hey. There was a hiatus. But
Life was life, and as they say.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if we can get a couple more people in here so we can get on this P. Diddy documentary.
Mm-mm.
Oh, 50 Cent. Oh, 50 Cent. He did his thing with this one. Oh, there it go. I'm on here by myself. What's going on? If it ain't one thing, it's another. Sure enough, having technical difficulties. I'm having a bad day. It is what it is. It is what it is. Glad to see you in here, cousin Pat. I need to get some more people in here so we can go ahead and get this thing kicked off. I don't even know what I want to say about this documentary. I hope everybody watched it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Oh, yeah. Sure enough, a few minutes to get back in here. And you know what? While we waiting, because I know we're going to be talking, let's go ahead and run this commercial. Get this out the way so when we do get started, we won't have too many breaks. Tax season stress? There's a better way. It's tax season. You're drowning in receipts, wrestling with tax software, losing sleep, wondering if you missed a deduction or worse, you're about to be audited. Well, stop the stress, the guessing, stop the endless forms. At Early Solutions, we believe filing your taxes shouldn't be a chore, it should be a confidence boost. We offer expert preparation. We handle the complex stuff so you don't have to. We stay current on every rule and regulation to ensure accuracy and to maximize your return. We offer convenience you control. File completely online with our secure portal or meet us in person. Your choice, your schedule. We offer audit support. We stand behind our work. If the IRS calls, we're happy to help you every step of the way. This year, reclaim your time, sanity, and your money. Don't just file your taxes, win tax season. Visit earlysolutions.mytaxportal.online or call me at 901-406-8470 for a no obligation consultation. Thank you. And I'm gonna have to change that because my nephew Xavier don't hook me up with got me my own little website, got my portal connected to it, so you can go to my website and you can get some information about the company and kind of how we operate a little bit and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to a great tax season and getting that in and out of the way. I think what April 15th. So y'all, when y'all get them W-2s, y'all hit your boy up. Well, I wanted to wait till we got a few more people in here, but we look like we slacking a little bit on viewers tonight. But how many minutes we in? We in a few
Must be
minutes
something on
now.
TV tonight.
Yeah, it gotta be something on. What's the night? Tuesday. I ain't too much on. But that's all. It's all good. It is what it is.
Right.
The P. Diddy documentary. That's what we're gonna hit on tonight. But for the couple of people who are on, have y'all already seen it? Did y'all get a chance to check it out? Because I initially wasn't gonna watch it. Sure enough, I originally had no.
I had
interest
to beg him.
Yeah, I had no
I had
interest.
to beg him to watch.
I had no interest at all to watch it. I was like, it's just gonna be a rehash of everything we already know. It's I thought it was gonna be more of things from the trial and things like that.
The trial, right.
All that freak off stuff. So I wasn't interested in watching it. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but you said, hey, it's good. And I was like, really? So I think you was like 2 episodes in, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. And that's what I did. I watched the first episode and I was like, oh my goodness, wow.
It's not what you thought it was gonna be. That's why I went on and watched it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I should have been wise enough to know. Okay, it is a documentary, so you should get some information out of it. And I mean, the from the beginning, I guess the thing that intrigued me was, how does he have this footage? And why?
I can answer that.
But I thought, but this is what I initially thought. I was thinking that somebody that worked for Diddy was secretly recording him. That's what I initially thought. I thought somebody was secretly recording him, because if the first scene when it was first coming on, when he was in the hotel room, it didn't look like there was a cameraman. It looked like somebody had a recording device just recording what he. Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Right.
So that was the first thing. I was like, who? I just wanted to know, who is this person? Because I'm sure whoever that person was, P. Diddy would have knew who it was when he saw the video. And lo and behold.
Well, I have an answer for you.
Okay, well, shoot it.
So, P. Diddy was filming a potential documentary himself. Okay. So, with his personal videographer, Michael Oberle's capturing the footage, right? So what happened was, while Oberle was out of town, a temporary freelancer covered for him for a few days. gaining access to the material. The third party freelancer released the footage, which was then acquired by 50 Cent and Netflix. So it's not like 50 Cent went looking for it, you know. He must have just heard a little
Okay,
bird
she
told him
froze up.
about it. And
Go in. You back?
am I still from? Am I
Nah, there
back?
you go. Nah, you back
Am I
now.
back?
Yeah, you
Am I
back.
back? Oh, okay. So did you get all I said?
I got the gist of it. So the
Yeah.
okay. So okay, because I didn't know all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
the person that P Diddy was paying to be his videographer took some days off
Leave.
and then somebody else came in to take over for him. But okay, so but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure Diddy had to approve of it.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So
knows who it is, of course.
so was it only the footage that he recorded, or was it the footage that both of the videographers recorded?
Now, that wasn't stated. It just says that the freelancer covered for him for a few days gaining. So I'm assuming, since it says gaining access to the material, that he had access to all of the material. He must have.
But
You know,
but he
it's just
didn't.
like a
But
substitute teacher. Like a substitute teacher. I come into your classroom, I got access to everything in your classroom, even though I'm just finna do this worksheet you gave me. But I still got access to everything.
okay, so he didn't just put it out though, right? I thought it was. I, I thought it was something dealing with. I guess because Diddy got arrested, he never got paid.
Right,
So
right.
he basically put it out because he didn't get paid. So he was like, Diddy didn't pay me. Don't seem like he gonna pay me. So the whoever come with the highest bid, you can have this footage.
Seems like that's what happened.
Now I gotta,
Yes.
as a photographer, I know that pictures that you take, you own them you
To a
own
certain
those
degree.
pictures to a certain degree
Yeah,
because they're paying you for them. So you have some copyright
right.
rights to them. So
But if you
with
don't
them,
get paid, but if you
right?
don't get paid, then it's your property. Correct?
Okay,
Maybe.
that's what I'm thinking. That's how that works. So that's why I'm trying to figure out why they got a lawsuit out saying that Netflix and 50 Cent was violated some law by putting that out when you didn't even. I mean, the easiest thing for you to do would have been to just go ahead and pay them, especially with
Mm-hmm.
the. eh, I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, what was the purpose of it?
I think he thought he was going to get off. He was that cocky. You heard what he was saying. He was saying, I need the grimiest of the grimy, to handle this. I need you to, I think he thought he was not going to jail, not going to prison.
I
And so
mean,
that's why he was he, like I said, he was so cocky because he had gotten away with things all these years. I'm gonna make this documentary and you know, and I'm gonna release it to show how, how I beat this case. That didn't happen though.
okay. Uh, what they always say? Loose lips, sink ships.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, even if he did get off, what had what was his advantage of doing that though? And I mean, some of the footage, I'm sure they would have edited and been like, okay, don't put this part in, just
Right.
highlight this and and some of that. And I mean, I wish it could have went a little further so we could actually see more of what he was trying to do because that what he was saying in the hotel room, to me, for one, it was incriminating. For two, it was
Mm,
more. It was. I mean, the things that you were saying seemed like it would be more damaging, even if you had one. Why would you? To even feel like we losing, y'all ain't understand. I mean, I, I don't
he's
know.
it's P. Diddy. It's P. Diddy. He think he untouchable. He think because he's been people have supported him continuously through all of his transgressions. He thought, hey, and I like you said, I think there was going to be a lot edited out of that. A lot. Ego, correct, Yolanda, his ego. That's what I think it is. It was his ego.
Yeah, but he's definitely not a dumb person. I just is your ego that big that with everything that you're facing, you I mean, you thinking ahead that
Yes.
much to say, oh, really?
Yes. From what I saw in that, and from what I know back in the 90s, yes. Yeah. Oh.
See,
Mm.
it don't seem sensical to me. So it's confusing me as to why somebody would do that. I mean, if you look at over the years, I mean, I think he knew it was coming because he went from Bad Boy to all of a sudden he started talking about Mr. Love and the Love
Mm.
album and this and that.
He kept
And
trying
and
to reinvent himself.
right, which I ain't got no problem with that because he is older now. So of course, pass that on to your kids. That Bad Boy stuff. You should have been trying to, elevate, which he was with his clothing line and the dealings with Ciroc and all of that. I mean, at some point you should elevate yourself to a higher level. Now, the one other thing about the information that was presented, I paid close attention to the juror that was on there, and the older guy kind of said he didn't really know who Puffy was and all of that, but it seemed like to me, he knew something about Puffy. I think he knew something about Puffy. I don't think he was just one of them
He
older guys
did.
never heard of P Diddy or whatever. Because when you making statements like it was almost like he was saying he P Diddy. We don't believe what y'all telling us,
Right. Right.
or you didn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. You know, that's what I got from what he was saying and his testimony. And the other lady, she, I mean, how is she? And that's good lawyering. How is she even on the jury when she pretty much said she was a P Diddy fan?
She lied. She lied. It's plain and simple. She lied to get on the jury.
Okay.
That's it. People do it all the time. If people sense that it's a high profile jury that they're going to be on, if they know, like if I like let's see what big happened here lately. I can't think of something, but if something
Let's just
big
say,
was happening here and I know
let's say the
that
Dolph murder trial.
and I'm called okay, Dolph murder trial. And I'm me. I'm Sharita. I'm 50. I'm 53. I don't really just listen to Dolph and don't know, but I want to be on that trial. So when they ask me all them questions that they ask, have you ever heard? I don't listen to that. I listen to John Taylor. I ain't never heard the man before. I can't tell you now song the man sing.
Oh,
I don't need who cook Melita cook it. I ain't never been to this place.
well, can,
I stay Oh,
But can't they get in trouble for
I'm
that?
a lie to get on the truth. If they find out you lie, yes.
Well, I mean, she
I forgot
basically
what they
came
call it,
back, and
jury, but
I
it's
mean,
over with now. If they had found this out during the trial, then she would have probably been removed. But
well,
mm-mm.
I think even on the show that we had about the Diddy trial, we kind of agreed with the convictions or whatever, and we were kind of saying that uh all the other stuff seemed like it was a reach. That's what we kind of said anyway. So it ain't like it was far fetched that they came back with the decision that they came back with. Uh, but it's I just look at the prosecution and the stuff that he could have got in trouble. Like when I think about the Kid Cudi stuff, the lady is telling you he made me go with them to this man's house. Why would you
Mm-hmm.
not include that? Why would that not be part of what you going after him for?
I really believe. I don't know. Maybe they thought she wasn't gonna be believable. I mean, I don't know. 50 a story others afraid to tell. Hold on, let me start over. 50 a story others were afraid to tell. It was not much about Diddy's antics with Cassie, but he told how he treated his artists. Go back in time, and almost every artist called Diddy out about their money. True. May Mace, Shine, Big, the list goes on. Diddy strategically inserted himself on everybody's CD so he got paid. You ain't lying. That's what Suge was talking about. DMX talked about it. Gives a new meaning to what Suge said at the award show. There you go. I just said it. Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
guy, Art.
it was true.
We started off in Jana King pretty much at the same time. He was a veteran that paved the way for me. Uh,
Hey, Art.
I agree with this, but even when okay, the documentary did talk about how the artist said this and the artist said that, but they also said that being connected with Puff was the pathway to success and stardom.
Correct. It was.
So
It was. But
so as bad as he might be, how far would you have gotten without him?
think about this though. Even though a lot of them got the connections and got far with him, he still did them dirty. He still did them dirty. I think it's a lot of people who just won't ever say, what he did to them, and money wise, or even, otherwise. It's a whole lot. Mary J probably never say nothing. What that girl name? Lil' Kim probably never say nothing. All those people, they'll probably never say anything. But
Yeah, but
mm,
okay. I was watching an
mm-mm.
interview the other day with Irv Gotti. You know, him and Ashante was going back and forth about the publishing and all of this and all of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what Irv is saying. Irv was saying, okay, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have made these hit records. I didn't get any of your show money, merchandising money. All of that was your money. What do I get in return for putting you on and all the hard work that I put in to make you the star that you are?
He wanted her. You can't have
I know,
me.
but no, no. See, don't turn it into that show enough. We know that,
No,
but
he
that's not part of the
that's
business though. That's personal.
but no, but that's what he made it. He made it personal. He made it personal. If he had kept it business, you could have sued her if you just wanted some money back. If you wanted,
No, no,
if you wanted money out of her, he could have
no,
sued her or whatever.
no. I
He
think
wanted that girl to
no,
be
no.
with him, and she didn't want it.
I agree with that, but I think he ain't gave none of his artists they publishing back. So it ain't
They
like
won't.
it was something different he did with Ashanti. He didn't give any of them their publishing back. He might have gave Ja Rule Hills back by now. I don't know. But he basically was saying, you know, this is, I created Murder Inc. I created you. I created the music. I put you on. So why should I give up the part of the business that I had the most to do with? That's just like now, if she go out and do a show, he don't get none of that money. My thing, my thing with her would be, why you worried about the old songs that you got out? Put out some new stuff.
Them old songs made her the money.
Because
every time it get played. Oh well, he should have made a 360 deal like everybody else did. You can't renege.
No, they said 360. They said they didn't have 360 deals back then. It was you pretty much, a 360 deal ain't really good though. What Gabe Sims at? Gabe, come tell us about these 360 deals. But I think what he's saying is, okay, let's say I put, and I'm just throwing out a number. I don't know how much it costs for production. Let's say I put $2 million into your project, and you flop. What the artist saying then? What the artist saying then? Now I don't put my $2 million in, but I ain't even finna recoup that to break even. I'm losing over here.
That's business.
Okay. So by the same token, if I produce a song and you making money, I'm making money, you a star, you doing your shows, you doing your own merchandising, that's just how it go. Here you go. Here you go. Gabe, that's what I'm talking about.
Come on, Gabe.
I'm talking about. Basically, in a 360 deal, the manager gets half of everything you do. The manager is usually appointed by the label in a 360 deal.
That's why I said that's the deal he should have made. He didn't because what? He wanted her.
No. See, you got to take the personal stuff out of it.
It was about with him. It was personal. He wasn't talking about her music. He was talking about he talked under that woman's clothes. It was nothing of it. Now I'm pretty sure it was about the business, but it was personal. He made it personal.
No. If you want to say, if you say, if she would have stayed with him or continued dating him or whatever they were doing, he would have gave her publishing, then I would agree with you. I don't think under any circumstances he was going to give her publishing back. And I get it. I get it it's different when you go in, you and your boys, we all going in, we all putting in money, we all putting in the work. Ashanti ain't putting no money in on none.
She was singing.
Well, go do a show. Get paid again.
She was singing.
Yeah,
she was in what they say, you went down the field when I was throwing that ball. She was singing. What you gonna say if she don't sing? Go get another artist. He wanted Ashanti.
I ain't gonna deny that he wanted her, and you can tell up until his death, it hurt him for whatever reason. So I don't know if he was married during this time or whatever was going on. So, but I get that. But I'm thinking, I'm looking at it from the perspective of he's just a businessman saying, look, these other record executives, they don't give up their publishing. They don't do it. They do it when it gets to a point where the publishing ain't even bringing in any money. So, yeah, it's residual income. So if I was an artist, I would want residual income to just constantly coming in no matter what I do. I would want that. But
Mhm.
as a business executive who over this, I'm looking at it from the perspective of I took a chance on you. Because you can have the best singer, the best rapper in the world. And if it don't pop off, it don't go nowhere, that money gone. You can't recoup it then. So now what? But anyway, I kind of said that about Irv Gotti to say Diddy probably had the same mindset as them. I'm the one in here, even when, especially when you think about Mary J. Blige and you say, okay, if you look at what she did, those were remixes.
Yeah.
I created that. I created that R&B but hip hop sound together. And then you got to give him his credit. He
Uh,
created that.
but wait a minute. Remember now, you're forgetting it wasn't him. What I can't remember the guy. Remember there was a guy that was talking and how he was saying that, Puffy was horrible. He wasn't a rapper, and he wasn't really the one that had the ear. It was the other guy. Somebody tell me who that man was.
I don't,
Remember
I
you bet
don't, I don't,
you don't
I don't
remember
remember
that?
that. I don't remember that part. I remember them saying he couldn't rap. He wasn't a good rapper and everything, but he had an ear for what sounded right and what didn't sound right. Now the
You got
other
to go
guy
back
that
and
was
look.
there, I don't remember how involved he was. The I know who you.
You know what I'm talking about? He was sitting back in that chair and he was talking. And he was
Yeah,
saying that it
yeah, I
yeah,
can't remember his
he
name. Yeah, I know
he
I
was
know
he
exactly what
was
you're talking about now.
he was the one that Diddy was relying on to tell him, yeah, that's hot. No, that ain't. Because he was saying that Diddy was saying stuff was hot and it wasn't. Like, no, man, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't. Damn, I know. Yeah. Now that you say that, I know exactly who you're talking about. The guy he did say everybody in there bobbing their head talking about that's it, man, that's it, and he was like, no, that's trash.
No, it
So
ain't.
yeah,
Yeah, it
but
wasn't Diddy. Diddy just
I ain't gonna
positioned
say it wasn't.
himself
I ain't gonna say it wasn't did at all because I
at
still think
all.
I still think he played a pivotal part
He
in
did.
in making them what they ended up being. The other
Mm-hmm.
point they hit on, although I thought subtly, Biggie, Kim, Andre Herrera, several others, all walking or allegedly walking away. Where are they today? Okay, that's
Hmm.
mysterious deaths, questionable
Hmm.
deaths, a
Hmm.
lot of stuff going on with it. That's that
Hmm.
power. That's that power grab that people have, and they
Yep.
if it see you have to look at the documentary to see where he started off because when he started off he was like trying to be a backup dancer, he was trying to do all this other stuff, uh so it was like I see what I want, how can I get there? So you almost can't knock him for his hustle, you just have to knock him for the mentality he had was like, whatever it takes for me to get to where I'm trying to go to, that's what I'm gonna do. And
Absolutely.
a lot of, but see, sometimes you just get lucky. He was lucky to get in contact with Andre Harrell, who kind of took him on his wing and taught him the game. Everybody don't get those opportunities, and you have to
Right.
look at it as much as we don't like certain parts about him. He had enough get up and go to know I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to make my image this, I got to be more than what I am to get to where I'm trying to go to. So I applaud him for that. Uh
Mm. But look at how he did Andre Harrell, though. The person who, like you just said, this is the person, like you just said about Irv Gotti and Ashanti. Look at how he did the man. He brought you in. He basically made you, showed you the ropes, made you who you are, and he backstabbed, he undercut and backstabbed him. He
yeah,
said
because
he
that's
couldn't fool with him no more.
but what is that?
What?
That's that you got what I want. Everything that you got is what I want. As long as I'm up under
Absolutely.
you, I'ma never achieve that. Some people
No, he
have
could
that
have still
mentality.
it was too many, and now it's too many people was doing this, could do and were doing the same thing. He wasn't the only one making artists hot. He wasn't the only one. So no. You could
Oh,
have he could have still did what he did without being grimy. He didn't have. Now I ain't naive enough to not understand that. Yeah, sometimes you do have to be grimy to get to a certain level, but no, not the way he was doing it. Oh.
I mean, and I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to give him props for making it from where he started to where he ended up. But like you're saying, you don't have to be grimy to do it, but sometimes you do. In his
Sometimes you do.
situation, in his situation, Andre Harrell had that was locked up. That was locked up. The only way he was gonna be on that level, he had to split. See, you can split on a and mutually agree. Hey, I can't grow no more under you, Andre. I'm finna go over here and start this and do my own thing.
Right.
Not beat me up and try to force your way. All of that stuff.
Absolutely.
The entire music business is grimy. Everybody screws everyone. This is what I'm gonna say about that. At one point, I think I brought this up last week. I had a record label, the Crooksters. We had the Crooksters, and we had another group called Def Camp, and we had 2 female singers, but we never really did anything with them. It is grimy in the fact that we used to go out of town to do shows, and they would tell us, yeah, y'all gonna come on at this point, and then the main group gonna come on at this point and stuff like that. Man, we went to one show. We got there early because we wanted to, check out everything and this and that. And some other group that wasn't even on the ticket, they got to perform. It was like they were just picking people out the crowd to perform. And we was like, oh, we finna kill them. We finna kill them. Next thing we know, the main group that was headlining the show, they came out. So we like, oh shit. How this supposed to work? They was okay. I ain't gonna lie, they was okay. We come on, they cutting the lights on, people starting to walk out. Yeah, it was closing time. We look, we on the stage. Well, not we. The group is on the stage performing while the lights on and people walking out. We did our whole set though. We did like 3 songs. We ain't care. We just it was like a learning experience. So I understand that we didn't get paid. The argument with that was we didn't enough people show up, and I'm like, that's some bullshit. The whole damn club was full. So what do you mean people didn't show up? So you learn your lessons. So I understand what Gabe's saying right here. The entire music business is grimy. So unless you really doing it on your own and putting your own shows out, yeah, I know, Gabe. That's what I'm saying. So I know if don't nobody else know. Hey, what's going on, Kim? You got anything to tell us about P. Diddy that we might not know? Whatever I want, I'm gonna get it. I gotta have it. In my humble opinion, Diddy and Suge, if you look at the documentary, Suge said that Diddy was all for himself. Suge kind of said he was for his artist.
He was for the artist. He was.
So it's a lot that go into that. because even though Suge said he was for his artists, a lot of his artists were scared of him, and it's a lot going on each side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you as an artist, but you're gonna be in fear of your life if you don't do what I tell you to do. So I mean,
Right.
come on now. Dr. Dre bounced around under bad circumstances, and look at it now. I mean, things, and I say it just like I talk about the state of America right now. Sometimes you just have to be patient and let stuff play itself out. Normally things work themselves out. It worked out. It worked out for Ice Cube to leave NWA. It worked out for Dr. Dre to leave Death Row.
Mm-hmm.
So, stuff kind of work out. Uh Kim, this is this this
Yeah.
this this is not in the clutch sports talk and more podcast today. This is real talk.
Kim
Uh,
said, "How about the Steelers?"
None about them Steelers. How about them 49ers if that's the case? Gabe a 49er fan too. So hey. And he said, okay. She say she gonna stay out of 50 way. Here's my thing with it. What's the real reason why 50 put out this documentary? What is your opinion on that, show enough?
I mean, we've known for some time now that how petty 50 is. 50, there is no boundary for him when it comes to being petty with someone he's, into it with. This just so happened to fall into his lap. This documentary, this footage. Hey, it's just it's 50. That's just what he do. That's what he does. And
I don't have a problem with 50 doing some of the. Now I had a problem with what he did after Irv Gotti passed away. I didn't like
yeah.
that, you know. But once again, when you hear his side of it and you see how Irv was really trying to destroy him before he even got started. So I can
Mm-hmm.
understand that animosity, but when death comes, I think just like with our president, I think you should have some level of empathy and be able to say, okay, it's over and done with now. Because that man can't defend himself from the deathbed. He gone. It ain't nothing he can say to defend himself. So at some point, just if you can't say nothing good, just don't say nothing at all.
Tell that to Cut 47.
I
This
ain't gonna get
man,
on. I ain't gonna get on him tonight. I ain't gonna get on him
I'm
tonight.
just saying, if he, the president of these United States, can say what he said about a dead man and his wife, hey, we can't say nothing about 50.
But you better not open your mouth and say nothing about CK.
Oh, that's blasphemous.
Yeah, that's blasphemous. Dre and Q left
Anyway,
because the math wasn't mathing. I mean, that's usually that's what happens when you start looking at the money and the artists start asking for an audit. Yeah, stuff like that happens. That's just part of it. So it don't surprise me none. Money. I mean, other than unless you just got creative differences that you can't work out, it's gonna always be money that end up wrecking a group, a relationship with it's just anything. Uh,
mm-hmm.
uh,
JB.
say she waiting on the doctor. Nah, we don't want to see that. Dang, the Jay-Z ain't going. Jay-Z's like, I ain't going. I commend him for he grimy too, but I commend him for at least he was the type of person that he kind of stayed out of the way of all of that. Like he didn't get himself too involved with a lot of stuff. Like he foresaw if I do this, then this could come back on me. So I give him credit for that.
Mm.
What Gabe saying 50 goes with what's the hot topic. Just look at his track record. 50 knows that America is nosy. Okay. I can roll with that, but I'm looking at it from when we start talking about, we know 50 Cent the rapper, we know 50 Cent with the vitamin water and all of that. And then he jumped in, he jumped into the power,
Yeah.
all of the stuff that spun off from that. So it ain't like he wasn't in that element of,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not far-fetched for him for us to say, okay, he was so successful with the Power series and all the spinoffs that doing a documentary in hip hop is not too far-fetched. It's just, why did you pick Diddy and why did you go so hard like you did? Is it does
No,
it
I
have
think does it have
does it
anything to do
have
with what?
does it have anything to do with the baby mama?
I mean, they may be a part of it, but according to 50 out of his mouth, he had a problem with when Diddy invited him to take him shopping, like he was a do boy.
I don't think it
I'm
started
saying,
right
I think
there.
it was, I think it was a snowball effect.
I you, I think it's one of those situations where you're around this person so much. So if you're around them and you're around, you automatically gonna hear stories or discover stories about some of the stuff that these people doing. Like if you look at it and say, okay, if 50 Cent around Fabulous and Fabulous telling his story about, how Diddy, always want to be talking about taking you shop. It do sound weird, but I don't think it was enough for him to say, because he asked me to take me shopping, now I'm gonna do this documentary on him. I think
No. I don't think it was just that. I don't think it was just that. I think he just didn't like the man, whatever. For whatever reason, he didn't like him. And this is just, like I said, this fell into his hands, and in true 50 fashion, I'm finna do a documentary. I'm finna do a doc. And that's what he did.
and like
I
I
got
said,
the money.
I ain't mad about him doing it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
you you know, I it's almost like, okay, I'm gonna kick a man while he down
So,
to to profit off of it. I
so
mean, I mean, even if he did it because, okay, it is a man code, right?
it's just
That's
a
my
ha
baby.
ha.
You
This
know,
just like a ha ha.
for who?
That's what it
Uh,
is. For 50, that's what it is. Yeah, see? Huh. I told you about messing with me. That's what I think it is. I think it's just that simple. It's a
so
petty thing.
so he basically saying, we might not be the best of friends. We in the same industry, and that's my baby mama, and you gon' date her or allegedly have her doing these freak offs.
I still don't think, I don't even think that's the gist of it. I don't think it's that. I don't think that's,
I,
I
I
think it's got a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might not be the whole thing. I think it's a culmination of all the things that we just discussed. But I think it's more
Jade.
like when you put baby mamas in it, that hit home because and it's one thing if she was just dating Diddy. She was involved with all the stuff that was going on as a and I don't know what 50 Cent was doing for her. I don't know how much child support he was paying or whatever he was doing, but she let Diddy come in and pay her to be a part of his world, the freak off stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And from what they saying from the testimony, she enjoyed it. She was like, "Yeah, this is it."
Oh well. But
I ain't
okay,
mad
that
at
right
her
there.
either. I mean, shoot, do what you do.
I think what Gabe just said makes a lot of sense too. I didn't think about it like that. It was now, yeah. It was Netflix idea to do the documentary. They asked 50 to join. They came later and said this. They got the video without permission, basically. I think Netflix knew that 50 would jump on this, that he would jump on it and be a part of it, and that it would be a bigger sting,
I
and
don't think I
everybody
would have.
will watch.
I don't think I would have did it then. Because if I'm gonna take him down, I'm gonna take him down. But I'm not gonna take him down because you want me to take him down. I don't think I would have did it. I don't think I would have did it under those circumstances. You know, I don't. Then again, let me
He
shut up
said
because I don't know. Look, before I
he ain't
open my
mean
mouth,
if it.
Netflix got some long money, so I don't know how much he got. So let me shut up. Maybe I would have still did it. I don't know. We covered a lot. It was some more stuff
Oh,
that
dog,
that I saw. Yeah, it's 7:50. So I'm gonna run this quick commercial. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna kind of close it out. Yeah, we don't limit it to the number, the how long we stay on these shows in case y'all didn't know. But we're gonna run this quick commercial break, and it's two things that I want to hit before we leave, and we ain't gonna spend that much time on it. Hold on.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with recovery? Want to take your health to the next level? We have the game-changing peptides your body needs. Whether you're looking to boost energy, accelerate healing, lose weight, or optimize performance, we've got the cutting-edge solutions to help you feel unstoppable. Get extraordinary results with Show Enough Peptides for All. Call us at 731-420-5627 or email us at shownoughpeptidesforall@gmail.com. Show Enough Peptides for All products are strictly for research purposes only and are not intended for human or animal consumption. We do not provide medical advice or services. Please consult a qualified professional for any health-related concerns.
And let me tell y'all something right quick. You better get in there because the price going up on one of these peptides because it has passed the clinical trials. So soon as they, when Big Pharma get hold to it, they gonna jack the price up. So I done already bought up a boatload of Retta. If you know what it is, you know what it is. You need it, you better go and hit me up now. Cause when they price go up, mine going up too. Oh, and I got 3 new customers this week. Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Well, look, that's outstanding.
Mhm.
And since you got 3 new customers, can we get 3 new subscribers?
Come on,
Y'all see the QR code over there. Y'all send this to your friends and family, or send them the link to our YouTube page. We need to get some more people subscribed to the channel, and so we can make this thing grow. I wish we could get
Gabe need to come on the show.
Yeah, Gabe need to come on the show. And I got I'm still in contact with some of the members of the group that I had. Some of y'all might be familiar with Zed Zilla, South Memphis landlord. Zed was like 16 when he started with us, I think. Might have been younger than that. His mama had to sign his contract and all of that for him. But we got all that taken care of. And I still keep in touch with them guys. My main guy, Mungati, he kind of helped me on to, how the business going and stuff. And we was trying to build something, but I was too green. I admit it. I ain't know what was going on. But them guys, they still doing music. They still producing their own stuff. They're still doing shows. And I had asked them to come on. So I'm going to try to see if I can some kind of way, because I know Gabe familiar with them, and they probably familiar with him as well. I would love to get them on the show to just talk about the music business and kind of get into this, these 360 deals, as an executive. I think that's what Gabe is now, if I'm not mistaken. How does he handle his artists? How do they, do they contracts, and just, see the difference, see how Mun and Zed, how they handle their stuff. Because I know Zed going through something now where him and some young lady, I forgot her name, they did a song together, and it was supposed, I think from what I was hearing him say, the song was really supposed to be on his album, but the song was bumping so hard, she ended up putting it on her album some kind of way or something, and it wasn't supposed to go like that. So It was something like that. But yeah. What Gabe's saying right here. Here's something to think about. You can get sued if someone uses your likeness, right? What if 50 and Diddy working together? It's still Diddy's life, regardless of how the video was obtained. Think about it. See y'all good people later. Love you too, man.
Something to think about, Gay. It's something to think about.
It is. It is, but at the same, I mean, I okay, let's say that is the case. Why didn't his lawyers why was they trying to make it so Netflix couldn't put it out then if that was the case?
Right. And maybe that
So
was a farce. How do we know
it
that
might have
truly
been.
happened? Do we see the
It might
paperwork?
have been. But
Maybe that would suggest to conjure up more talk about it.
well, if
To
they
make
doing
everybody
that,
watch.
they just doing too much if they doing all of that to that's just doing too much. But if I don't put it past people. Israel do it all the time. But the one thing, the other thing that really struck me, and I'm gonna talk about this one thing. I'm gonna let the other thing go. This one thing is that when Diddy came back to New York for they was talking about come back to New York, we want to question you about this and that, and he made a big deal about trying to connect back with the people of New York. So in the documentary, you see him walking around, taking pictures with everybody. I mean, just
Everybody.
random people off the street. They just come up. Can I get a picture? Can I get? It's like he was like doing it on purpose and shaking their hand and peace sign and this and that. And then I think back to so many times where I saw him when he was with J Lo or even when he was by himself. They just walk right by the fans, don't acknowledge them, get straight in their vehicles and stuff like that. But now all of a sudden, since you got this trial coming up, you want to be friendly with everybody, which is cool. You do that. This where I say the footage. At some point, you got to tell them to cut the camera off. Because when he don't hugged all these people, gave them dap, shaking their hands, taking pictures with them. Soon as he get in the truck, what's the first thing he said, Riri?
Where my hand sanitizer at?
I feel dirty.
I feel dirty.
That was like 150 people.
He said,
Yeah. I gotta go take a bath in peroxide. Why would
you nasty dog.
Why would you have somebody recording it though?
They ain't did a fourth of the stuff you've done, and you call them nasty, you nasty, grimy dog.
Well, hey, don't that sound familiar? I'm trying to stay off politics right now, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But it's kind of hypocritical. How can you say this stuff with that now? It wasn't out in the open at the time when he made the recording, but it's out there now for everybody to see and know that you ain't got no room to call nobody nasty about anything. Any kind of way you doing some of the stuff they allege that you did, but nonetheless, and for those of y'all, we didn't tell you too much about the documentary, so it's still some more things in there that if you watched it now, you would get out of it. We didn't really get into some of the situations that Diddy got himself in and got out of, which I wanted to get into that to show how when you get away with something, it tends to make you go further and further. Like, I got away with that, so what can I get away with now? And and of course, some of the stuff in the documentary, it allegedly things happen. I'm gonna say this: if even half of the stuff that they discussed in the documentary, if half of it is true, he is a terrible, awful, no good, low down person to the umpth degree. So I've never really been a big fan. So it wouldn't affect me one way or another, but I just feel like you don't have to go through life doing the things that he did. And I harp back on when I was watching Making the Band, and he had them walking to go get the cheesecake and all that stuff. But again, where did that come from? Where did that come from, so enough? That came from Andre Harrell making him go buy a cassette tape.
Mm-hmm.
And but see, he was so motivated, he came back. Andre, like, how did you do it?
He said he
I ran there and back. So that's where he got it from. So
yep.
What we talk about our kids and stuff, and we say the same thing every time. You see a kid doing stuff at school, it's more than likely he got some of that from home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't inherently just do bad things. Some of that stuff is just taught behavior.
Oh
But
yeah,
anyway,
a lot of it, because well, we don't want to tell the whole thing. Y'all watch it.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, if you haven't watched it, I mean, I think the episodes are like 45 minutes, maybe. I think there's a couple of them might be a little bit over an hour, but I don't think they're all an hour long. It ain't. Even if it is, it go by so fast you won't even notice it. So it's 4 episodes. Start with episode 1. It kind of walks you through his upbringing and the things that happen there, and then it just kind of go into it. Kind of shifts after that, but it still stay in tune with, so you can kind of keep up with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, another great show. We appreciate everybody who came on. We got Gabe, we got Kim, we got Johnella, we got Randolph, we got Kim, we got my guy Art from Jana King, my Jana King days. We got Yolanda Williams. Ain't Yolanda doing some movie stuff or something? And I see her like promoting a movie that she in or something. Yeah,
I think so.
Let us know when it come out. We gonna check it out, and we'll have you on this. Matter of fact, we'll have you on the show.
Yeah, we'll review. We'll come review.
Cousin Pat was the first one to check in. Wayne, appreciate you joining in, my guy. I think that was it. If I missed anybody, it's because I'm scrolling too fast. But as usual, we hope you learn at least one thing that was positive. We like doing the shows. We trying to condense it now, not make them as long, so we can. So now we kind of have to go through the material, not fast, but we just we don't want to bore you guys either. So
right.
Don't forget to get somebody else to subscribe to the channel. If it's God's will, we'll be back next week, 7 p.m., same bad time, same bad channel.
We'll see it.
We'll see. And we're out.
Appreciate y'all.
Get them peptides.
Come on now. Price going up.